Hello, YouTube. This is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. This one really is quick. My last couple of videos, one was like 4 hours long. It was a live stream, and the one before that was just like a little over an hour probably, where I was taking apart a Daredevil and fixing the cover. So this time, we're going to do a quick comic haul, and you better thank me for it for all you people that were fussing about how long the last couple were. So let's make me small and get right to the haul. Yo! All right, that'll work. Up first for your feasty eye pleasures. Actually, we'll take a step back and we'll show this awesome present from my wife, Sean Connery, tribute to a legend. So this is a James Bond kind of, I don't know, it's just a collection of stories and pictures from all the different James Bond movies. It's really cool. It's really good, and of course, it has a lengthy feature on the original, what most would consider the original James Bond. Some people want to cite other appearances of James Bond before Sean Connery. Technically, that is true, but nothing better than Bond, Sean Connery Bond, in my opinion. He is my favorite Bond. Second favorite would be Pierce Brosnan. Be my second favorite, and that's kind of the Bond I grew up with. I think everyone's favorite Bond is the Bond they grew up with. That would have to be the case because there's so many people whose favorite Bond is Roger Moore, and I thought he was a clown. Now, most of these Bonds have they all have at least one good movie. I feel like, and they all have at least one stinker. So, and Sean Connery, no exception. A couple of his movies are absolutely terrible, but he's got a few of the best ones in the series as well. So thanks to my wife for that Christmas gift. Absolutely love it. I didn't want to pay the $12.99 sticker price on that, but she did for me, and I'm glad she did because I think it's great. Next up, this book is a book that I'll just show it. Here is Vampirella, A Scarlet Thirst. It's a trade paperback by Harris Comics with an original cover by Dave Stevens. So, right now, Dynamite has this same image. It doesn't say A Scarlet Thirst, but it has the same image by Dave Stevens on a Vampirella book. And I think it's like a #1 too. Or #1 as well, I mean to say. Look at Dave Stevens. Some of the best inks in the business. Very soft lines. Just fantastic. A real virtuoso with his inking lines. Just fantastic. And so there's a book by Dynamite who has the Vampirella title right now. And they are using this cover image. And I keep seeing this book pop up and people's like, yes, I got a copy. And I don't really understand it because this book is much older than that, and it's been around for a long time. And Dave Stevens fans have collected this book, and it's in a lot of Dave Stevens collections, if you will. And now, like, people who are new to Dave Stevens are finding that newer book, that newer comic book, and it's starting to sell for more than this one. And that just blows my mind. I guess because this is a trade. So people feel like, well, it's not a comic. I don't know. But I think, honestly, I feel like the majority of people who are picking up that book are largely unaware that that's a reprinted cover and this is the original one. So to my knowledge, there might even be one before this, but this one's definitely way older than the reprinted cover. And I think it's really cool that it says A Scarlet Thirst, and here she is at the little, like, you know, bubbly fountain. So to me, it's really cool. The whole book works better than the Dynamite one because of that right there. I like that. And it's non-intrusive in the art. I think it's pretty cool. So if you like this cover and you feel like that Dynamite reprint is getting out of hand, which I think it is, then, I mean, there's lots of reprint covers. I don't know why you'd go for that. But a lot of people are picking those up. I see them all over YouTube community, Instagram, people showing them off. Like Dave Stevens has something of a rediscovery, which is great. It happens every few years, so I'm always glad when it happens because then more books come out of the woodwork. But, I mean, this image has been around for a long time, so pick it up in its original form if you can. And this next book, it's a big deal. It's a signed book. I've kind of been flashing it around the live streams lately, so we'll just show it. It's a Sensational She-Hulk, number 34, signed by Stan the Man himself, with has to be a rare, completely rare signature placement, a good signature placement for Stan Lee. My other Stan Lee signed book has great signature placement, but it's more of accidental. So Stan Lee tends to sign dead center of the book, no matter what. Like, he just puts it right there, or I'll put it here, put it there, but it's always irrelevant of the art for the most part. And so my other Stan Lee signature is a perfect example. It's got a great Stan Lee sig right in the dead center, and it works for that cover. But this one right dead center would be blocking all this. That would kind of stink. So where he kind of curved it over the beach ball, it's so nice. It just presents really well. Sensational She-Hulk, bought it as a 6.5. It's got a COA as well. Bought it from a company I trust. Bought it at a 6.5. It needs a press, and I really feel like after it gets a press, there's only be about 2 spine ticks, and I don't know what else to be charging off for. There's a couple of spots here and there. It's not, the back cover is not perfect either, so I think it'd probably be a 7, and maybe an off chance, if the grader having a good week, maybe I get a 7.5 or an 8 even out of it, because these days, who knows with CGC anyway. And but I would take this to CBCS, and I think it would probably get a 7, because it would get a nice pretty yellow label. So not sure if I'm going to send that in. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm pretty close to sending it in. I'm going to make a decision this week and have it shipped out by the weekend if that's what I decide. I'm pretty sure I'm going to send it in because I think the yellow and the yellow will look good. My other Stan Lee signed book is a witness signature with CGC. So this one will be a verified yellow label with CBCS. And I already have a couple other books that I'm sending out to CBCS. So, and it's nice because they combine all the shipping back to you, and they don't separate in different departments and give you different timelines. They just process your order and get it back to you, which is the way it should be. All right, well, that's it. That was my quick haul. Obviously, this is the big book, so hope you guys enjoy that, and we'll just hold that up and enjoy that. What do you think? I think that's thumbnail worthy. All right, we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the signature. Bye bye.